Ever had someone cut you off in traffic and your blood pressure just spikes? Or spend an entire afternoon replaying a conversation in your head because someone said something slick and you didn't have the perfect comeback in the moment? Yeah, we've all been there. But it's time to fix that. Because if you're constantly angry, constantly reacting, and constantly overthinking, you're basically handing your peace over for free. Today, I'm going to show you how to become mentally untouchable. So calm and unbothered, it actually confuses people. Part 1. Why you react so easily. Your brain's not broken. It's just doing its job. Poorly. That sudden rage when someone disrespects you, that emotional spiral when someone leaves your message unread, that's your primitive brain kicking in. A brain that was wired for survival, not peace. Back in the day, rejection or getting left out could literally mean death. Today, it's someone not saying thank you at a coffee shop. But your brain still treats it like a threat. Here's the good news. You can't stop the first emotional wave, but you can choose what comes after. And that is where mental strength begins. Part 2. Most people aren't out to get you. Here's what a lot of people miss. Not everything is about you. That person who looked annoyed when you walked in, maybe they just had a bad text. That person who ghosted you, maybe they're overwhelmed, not evil. We love to create stories in our heads, like, they must be mad at me. That was totally about me. But truth is, 90% of the time, it's not personal. People are carrying their own stress, fears, and mess. If you absorb all that, you're not protecting yourself, you're volunteering to carry their emotional baggage. So next time, remind yourself, not my energy, not my weight. Let it pass right through you. Part 3. Emotional minimalism. We talk a lot about minimalism with stuff, but what if you applied that to your emotions? What if you stopped reacting to every little thing? What if you saved your energy for what actually matters? Not every rude comment needs a comeback. Not every passive-aggressive tone deserves a response. Not every inconvenience deserves a meltdown. Every time you choose to stay calm, you're training your brain to think, this isn't worth my peace. And the more you do it, the more it becomes your default. Part 4. Let them test you, you don't have to play. Here's the best part. Once people realize they can't get a reaction out of you, they either change or they leave. People who thrive on drama need an audience. Take that away, they've got no fuel. And yeah, you might start hearing things like, you're cold, you're hard to read, you don't care. Good. That means your boundaries are working. You're not rude, you're just done performing for chaos. Part 5. Real strength looks calm. Ever seen someone completely unfazed while everything around them is falling apart? That's power. Not because they don't care, but because they've trained themselves to choose their response. They've sat with anger and let it pass. They've been disrespected and kept their composure. They've felt the urge to defend themselves and decided it's not worth it. That level of calm, it's earned. And it starts with a simple decision. Just because I feel something doesn't mean I have to react. Part 6. Build it like a muscle. Mental strength isn't something you're born with. It's a habit, a skill. And just like building muscle, it takes resistance plus repetition. Start small. Walk behind a slow walker without sighing. Let someone interrupt you without needing to prove a point. Sit in silence instead of clapping back at something petty. Every time you resist the urge to react, you level up. And eventually, the things that used to ruin your whole day, they barely touch you. That's the real upgrade. The bottom line, you don't have to be a robot. You just have to stop giving your power away to people who haven't earned it. The goal isn't to feel nothing. The goal is to stop letting everything shake you. So next time someone tests you, whether it's a troll, a stranger, or that voice in your own head, remember this. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to protect your peace. You're allowed to move on. And when you do, you become mentally untouchable.